Alright, you know what? I'm realizing how close we are to finishing this thing. So, let's just do it. Let's just, like, finish the game.
So, I've been reading the newspaper a lot lately, trying to comb it for stories, little clues about what might be coming. There's something I've noticed. Has anyone else felt like the amount of screwed up stuff happening lately has escalated?
What do you mean?
Like, last year I swear I never heard about girls going missing, dying in water towers, people shooting up their schools. And now what? I swear
Columbine.
every time I catch the news there's a new tragedy. It's like people are going out of their way to find
Columbine
new ways
happened
to
and then
die.
school shootings started happening more.
When you experienced your parallel lives, were there any indication that it's just this reality that's like that?
That's a good question.
That is a very interesting question to ask, Alex. I am afraid that even I, a being who is aware of all of my parallel lives at once, cannot answer.
Helpful.
The defining core mechanics of each reality is so different that there is very little point in comparing them. The norm for, say, my life as Oda, compared to my life as Yuzu, are so starkly different. In Oda's life, I longed for family that was never around. In that reality, families were not close. Whereas in Yuzu's reality, people lived with their families and never moved apart. People who did not speak with their families were considered to be outcasts.
Bummer.
Great. So do you think things are getting worse?
I believe things are always as they've been. Only you are just now old enough to notice how harsh reality can
Yep.
be.
Okay, literally the thing that I said earlier. Literally the thing that I said.
Is it weird for you two, being the same soul or whatever?
I don't think it feels real when you say it like that.
I imagine that if Bella were to suddenly become me, she would feel very weird. I am constantly experiencing the emotions of all of my parallel lives. I am often sad, happy, excited, and aroused at the same time.
Okay, that's a bit weird.
Aroused?
Thank you, Chandra, for
experience
vocalizing
every
that.
state.
Okay, moving on.
Please.
No, I want to hear more about this. Is this why you sometimes get a look of bliss on your face and stare off into the distance?
That's when somewhere in a parallel life she's kicking your ass for asking such stupid questions, Alex.
Thank you, Bella.
Easy there.
I wonder what I'm like in my parallel lives. I have to say, this parallel life stuff blows. Compared to the concept of past lives, this isn't very exciting.
Is it
If we
not?
had past and future lives, we would get to be something different in the future.
Oh,
Now I
fair.
just get to be me and not realize I'm so many other things at the same time.
Yeah.
Perhaps you too should get an android shell for your physical form.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I could be like you, except I'd have more of a personality.
Perhaps
Essentia
my
has a
problem is that
personality.
I have too much personality, as I am always dealing with a variety of stupid people at once. For example, I am currently a 12-year-old Scottish boy who just asked out a girl on his first date.
What? Girl, that's crazy.
That
I've
is.
only ever been Scottish one other time. It was not fun.
Why?
Any way to tell what I'm like in a parallel life?
What's with that? That's
Only if you
weird.
ventured far enough into your mind dungeon. But then you'd end up like Michael, so I wouldn't recommend it.
I wonder if I'm a super kick-ass man with bulging biceps.
Is that desirable?
I don't know. Is it not? I like to pretend you're a really feminine and timid girl in one of your parallel lives, Alex.
I think
Uh-huh.
we're going to get along, Chandra.
Chandra, are... Chandra gay? How many times can I do this?
Okay, so I've got some questions for you, Miss the Essentia 2000. Do I need to use the, or can I just call you Essentia 2000? Or just 2000? Or what about E?
We just call her Essentia?
Is that your question?
Oh, no, sorry. So, what happens when people die? Does death bring you into the soul space, or is that something different?
You are asking a very complex question of me. The only thing I can say is that I do not have a definitive answer for you.
Bummer.
I have spent many hours exploring the soul space. There, I have encountered many people. Some of them are parallel versions of myself. However, never have I met a version of myself that has died.
How the
When
fuck?
someone dies, I lose contact with them. I can no longer sense them.
Oh.
And yet, there have been times where I can still sense the presence of my other self. I have come to observe that the ultimate death, to cease to exist entirely, only happens to those with worldly bonds. Death never truly comes to those who look out to the future.
What the fuck
So,
does that
what I'm getting
mean?
from this is, you believe that if you die caring only about the world, you die forever?
I would say that is a possibility. However, please know that when I say the world, or worldly, I mean people who care for worldly goods, money, cars, physical possessions. I believe that companionship between souls is the only thing worth caring about. In this reality, it seems as if people only care about themselves and what they own. In many of my parallel lives, I have encountered individuals like this, but never as many destined for the ultimate death.
My sister cared about me, about my mom, my dad, and a lot of people. She gave away her things before she died. I think she wasn't a worldly person.
Rory, I am sure your sister was as fine a soul as you. I am eternally sorrowful that she ended her own life.
That's nice of you to
Life
say.
is a rare thing. Many lives in all universes never take physical form, and to throw that gift away is a tragic thing.
I think I want to help people who feel that way. That I want to try and save people who want their lives to end. When this
Oh.
whole thing is over and we've saved everyone, I'm going to help everyone realize how precious this is.
That's cool of you, Rory.
Yeah. I know it sounded lame, but I believe it.
Yeah, no, that didn't sound lame at
I
all.
learned quite a bit from you.
I agree.
What? Lay off.
No, I agree. I unlocked the end is nigh? Huh? Does that get skills? What is... Is that like a sign? For Rory, maybe? Yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say. It kind of left my brain. Alright, well, I'm probably not gonna use Rory, which is a bummer that he's the one that got the cool thing.
Okay, I have a very serious question. And I'm really hoping you can answer it seriously.
Is the whole thing that like everybody here gets their
I will
moment?
do my best.
Does Mahou Shoujo Haru no Shimai exist in other realities? Am I crazy in thinking that this anime transcends time and space?
Yes.
Damn. I was really hoping it actually was as important to everyone as it is to me.
No, I mean, yes, it does exist in other realities. In one reality, the three sisters are brothers. In another, they are 3 sea lions. And of course, in one, they are all cats who are dating.
Fuck yeah!
Dating cats. But they're still sisters, right?
Yes.
That sounds
That
so...
sounds weird, actually.
So
I don't like
freaking
that.
Awesome! This brings a whole new dimension. I almost want to astral project myself into the soul space right now and check out these various iterations of Mahou Shoujo Haru no Shimai!
Please tell me you're joking. There is no way that this is a thing.
Is Essentia
I'm afraid
joking?
it is.
Oh, she doesn't like it. You know what? These scenes are actually good. Like, they're pretty alright.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Oh, okay, cool. As long as you're okay.
Bella is lying.
Thanks,
What?
Essentia.
She just said she was okay. Man, I wish I could get in her mind like you can.
You do not need a pan-dimensional mental link with Bella to see that she is lying.
That's how it feels sometimes.
I just wanted to tell you that you've come to mean a lot to me, Alex. You, Michael, Chandra, everyone. I'm so happy I left my reality for this one. Even if this one ends, that year I had with you and everyone else was totally worth it.
I couldn't imagine my life without this reality. Without this, Alex.
Oh, fuck
You are
off.
so very important.
I hate this. No. I'm not gonna ask about kissing. Is there more hanging out that we can do? Oh.
Alex, there is something I'd like to ask you, and it's going to be a bit tough for you to hear.
What's up?
When the end comes, and there is nothing left to do but die, will you leave your body behind and join me in the soul space?
You really don't think we can win, do you?
I am afraid I don't know either way. I believe we may have a chance. All things are always 50-50. It will either happen or not happen.
What's it like to enter the soul space? Does it hurt?
You are reduced to pure spirit. Your flesh dissolves. Your form dissipates. You will
Your
float
flesh
in
dissolves.
space,
That sounds like it
liberated
sucks.
From corporeal form, you exist with the freedom to travel wherever you please. You are adrift in the void. It is magical, and it does not hurt.
So how do I do it?
You must realize how unimportant you are.
You literally
must
just told him
surrender
he was
yourself
very
to the soul
important.
space and forfeit your right to a physical form. Agree to give up your lot in physical space, and accept that you do not need it. Admit to yourself that your physical form is nothing more than a crutch.
I don't know if I could do that. I have only ever known a physical form.
So has
Can't
everybody.
imagine not living like this. Eating, drinking, reading, playing games. That's what life is to me. I understand that there's more. I really do, but I can't let go of what I've been trained to know.
Maybe this is why you've never felt the existence of the soul space. You have never lost anything. Don't worry. When the reality around you is obliterated, you will understand loss.
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Okay, so is that all the talking that we can do then? Yep. Seems like it.
Between the end of that strange winter and the approach of New Year,
Or maybe?
my life went on without change. Day would dawn and I would repeat my alternation of spending time with my friends and honing my powers in the mind dungeon. It rained a lot last month. December's uncharacteristically
There's literally
warm,
snow
sweaty days
outside.
only added to the anxiety I was feeling about New
What are you
Year's Eve.
talking about?
Aside from the weather, there was hardly anything to distinguish one day from the next. Each day we trained, we hung out, we read the newspapers, we read about deaths, shootings, kidnappings, bombings. I worked at concentrating my attention on the real and useful. Even with all my friends with me, every now and then I would feel a violent stab of loneliness. The very water I drank, the very air I breathed, would feel like long, sharp needles. I could hear the roots of loneliness creeping through me when the world was hushed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Christmas was coming. And then, in a few days, the world might end. Could I really be the end? I was starting to love the world so much. All of my friends, my mom, even my sister.
We haven't even met your
Everyone
sister.
seemed so much more special when I realized how easily they could be lost.
Oh, that's just... Okay. Do we get anything out of this?
So,
Oh, yeah.
I have a serious question. It's pretty deep, and I'm a little afraid of the answer.
What's up?
I find it unlikely that she expects you to answer, Alex. Obviously, this question is aimed at either the Essentia 2000 or myself.
So, if each reality is drastically different from each other, what does it mean if two realities share a common concept?
Huh?
Does this make this concept more real?
First, I should note that there are similarities between each reality, and then there are not. Some realities are strikingly close to one another. For me to answer the question, I will need you to give me a specific example, perhaps something more complex than, if the sun is blue in two realities, does that make it actually blue over the suns that are yellow or chicken?
Okay,
A
fine.
chicken sun.
Does the concept of God exist in all realities?
No. God does exist in some realities. In others, he does not.
So, are you saying in some realities God is a present force that you can get direct feedback from?
How nicely worded. And yes, that is correct.
Chandra's really smart,
so
huh?
then, if God made all the realities and yet doesn't exist in some, does this make God less important? Less omnipotent? If there is a God in one reality and not in another, why would God make a reality that doesn't have him in it? That seems pretty bogus to me. Almost like the people who get God in their reality are lucky, or less lucky, depending on how you look at it.
She's lying.
Who is?
The Essentia 2000 is lying. She doesn't know if there is a God in another reality. I've
Oh.
seen many realities, and some
Why
do
would
not
she
have the
lie
word
about
God
that?
or have a concept of spirituality. But there is no reality that directly has a God or does not. She can't know the answer to this question. She is lying.
Now I don't know what to believe.
There might be a God. There might not be. Don't let a piece of electronic junk, no offense,
What the
Tell you what
fuck,
to do.
Michael?
Okay, if she's leaving, I'm gonna get out of here. Way too many dudes.
What the fuck, Michael?
Alex, listen to me. Something is seriously wrong here. Can you feel it? It's in the air. The air is different. The light is different. Everything this reality knows to be true feels wrong. It's as if everything is in flux. Can you feel it? Alex,
Look, man, I'm getting tired. Let's sleep on that.
That one was a bummer. Oh. Is this how we get everybody's ultimate weapons? Just grinding the conversation stuff? Clearly, yes. Alright, so we do that a lot then. Or not. This is gonna by. This is one that I think we're gonna cut because holy shit, this is gonna take forever. So y'all sit tight. I'll be back. Now that I think about it though, why didn't they just make it so that all of your friends level up automatically once they get the necessary experience? Why do I have to do this? Because this is just leveling up my party members automatically with extra steps. What's the point? Just thinking about that, that's all.